Hi, this is Dr. Jesse Jackson III, the founder of the Title I School of High Performance and the Black Male Success Academy. Well, listen, in this session, we wanted to help our colleagues throughout the world. We know that 2012, 2013 is going to be the most challenging year in education history with all the layoffs that we've dealt with, the cutbacks in budget, people losing their job, even uncertainty going into 2013, 2014. Folks, we have got to understand that the business of education has changed forever. The education system that we all came through on 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago, man, it's gone. Folks, it's gone. So we've got to understand, we got to get reconnected to why we became educators. Now, listen, if you're one of those educators that just went into teaching because somebody told you you get summers off, I'm not even talking to you. If you're one of those educators that needed a job and came over here and decided to teach, we're not talking to you. We're talking about the people that eat, sleep, and breathe teaching, that wake up who love to teach. Man, I'm telling you, folks, I'm so pumped up right now. If I do not teach, I'm useless to society. My heart burns to teach. My heart is teaching, bringing people to the next level. And that's what I'm talking about. This is the reconnection to why we did it. The reconnection to why we went to college and we did all that work and wrote all those papers, student taught, and went and got a master's. Some got a PhD, some got multiple masters in administration, specialties, and everything. We want to connect to why we do it. So we call this the 7 reasons we teach. And its emphasis, we're going to put, why do we teach in the 21st century? Because, folks, the 21st century is like no other. It's brought us challenges. Technology has brought us blessings, but it's brought us increased challenges. The economy has brought us blessings, but increased challenges. So we have to ask ourselves, how do we stay connected to why we teach? The first thing I believe is critical in why we teach is, folks, no other time in history do teachers save more lives than they do now. Folks, we teach because we save lives. Without a teacher, I just don't believe you have a shot in life. Man, the only thing that can override a bad parent is a great teacher. Until you meet a teacher, I don't think you have a chance. So, folks, you have to say to yourself, why do I teach? Because I save lives. Ask yourself, how many lives have you saved? Who has been a part of you have been a part of them having a second chance at life? Folks, this is the most passionate thing in my life because it was not until I met a teacher that I believed that every dream I had was possible. And folks, you have to say, are you that person for someone? I mean, all my life, I had heard, my parents, I had aspirations to be a doctor, wanted to be a medical doctor when I was a kid. And, my parents, both of them dropped out of high school. And I remember them telling me that I wasn't smart enough to be a doctor. I remember them breaking that dream. And not till I was deep into my master's program, I met the teacher that turned it around for me. I mean, I hate that I had to go to school that long, but I was sharing my dream with her, and we were around in practicum circle, and she says, "Well, Jesse, what do you want to do?" And I shared my dream about writing a book, having a talk show on the radio, and having a big counseling practice at the time, and I said traveling a little bit, and I said making $100,000. I thought that was a lot of money at the time. And she said, Jesse, I could see you doing that. I said, yeah, yeah. The light came on inside of me and I've never looked back. It was just a little confidence from a teacher that changed my life. Folks, this is the kind of thing I'm saying to you, that we have that impact on people's lives. We have the ability to make uh, people believe that they can do things that they didn't think they could do. Teachers save lives. You save lives. You give people hope. And particularly if you're a Title I teacher and you're teaching in an urban area, you are the only hope that someone has that, the education works out. If education doesn't work out for many of our populations, they're doomed. If school doesn't work out, if school and college doesn't give them a shot not to be impoverished, they have no chance. So school has to work. So number one, you got to remember you save lives. You're that important to people. You're that important. You give people hope, destiny in life. Number two, you empower destiny. So when people do have dreams, when people do use their imagination and see themselves going places, you're the person that creates that. You put that vision there. You give them those eyes, because kids will not see past their teacher, because their parents could be pumping one thing, but you can come to school and that teacher will shoot it down, and I'm telling you, it'll never have wings again. Teachers are the people that give life to dreams. Teachers are the dream builders. The reason why we teach is to build dreams, is because that's why you do it. You are the dream builder. So if we got a world of people that are not dreaming, we got a world of people that are not teaching. That's why we teach. That's why we give life. We give the dreams. When people have the dreams, when they bring you things that are impossible, I want to be Bill Gates, I want to be president, I want to start the new Face Notebook or whatever. I want to start the new IamNotTwitter.com. You are the person who gives the energy. And that's why we teach, because we are the dream builders. The third reason we teach is we're the people that build families. Families are created in your classroom. Now, not literally, but literally. Ideas about life, family are created there. You are the person that builds the family. You are the person, you have future husbands, future fathers, future mothers in your classroom. We teach because we build families. So you have to say, what are my views on, this is a great responsibility. This is why teaching is only a calling, couldn't be a job. Who said that? Who said that teaching's a job? It couldn't be a job. You gotta be born, you gotta be this, you gotta have this at birth, baby. You're a teacher, man. I'm like, who do you think I am? I'm a teacher. And I teach. And I'm going to teach. And for me in my life, it's teach or die. And I will teach. I will teach till I leave here. Man, I'll be teaching in heaven. Hello. You see, I'm pumped up, man. So you have to ask yourself, you build families. Helping young men be good fathers, good ideas about fathers, healthy husbands, being ethical, living your life right, keeping your words. Not all right to sit there and lie to two girls in the same classroom and the teacher's watching. Hello, we don't do that. We can't do that. So the reason why you teach is to build families. How do you feel about that? That's why we teach. Number four, the reason why we teach is we make taxpayers. You know why the economy's tanking out? It's because the teachers stop putting dream builders out there. Teachers got frustrated with their economy. Their money got funny. They started cutting our pay. We stopped teaching. We got mad at them, and we quit them. And they did. I said they cut our pay, and they did us wrong. They did. Yes. Yes, they did us wrong. They laid us off. Called us back the night before we needed to start work. That's wrong. So we got mad. We took time off. We started taking school years off. We started using our sick time. And people that are counting on us to build their lives, to save their lives, empower their destiny, and teach them the lifestyle, we weren't there for them. And that's not everybody, but it's so many of us. And folks, I understand. Okay, I understand. It's not cool what they did to us, but it's not cool what we did in response. So the reason why we teach is we make taxpayers. The world economy is made on taxpayers. People graduating and going to get good employment and can pay good taxes, that's our responsibility. If we're putting out minimum wage employees, we're not helping the economy. We're putting out people that's not out there starting businesses, making millions of dollars, we're not helping the economy. Even making hundreds of thousands of dollars, we're not helping the economy. And a lot of that is because we didn't do it ourselves, so we couldn't give it to other people. So it's an underdevelopment. So we teach because we are the people that put out taxpayers. We make taxpayers. So if this world doesn't have taxpayers and there's a recession, the teachers are bearing the brunt. And the government knows that. That's why they're so mad at teachers. That's why they're cutting us left and right, saying, all right, you can homeschool, do it online, do it charter, but not public. They're mad. And it's our job to make taxpayers. Period. That's what we do. We make taxpayers. So ask yourself, what kind of quality of taxpayer are you putting out there? Are you putting out there a no taxpayer, a tax taker, a minimum wage payer, or somebody out there that's really kicking into that system at $50,000 and up? Think about it. We teach for number 5 to keep adults out of prison. Keep adults and teenagers from doing crime. The correlation between a high school dropout, school dropout, and people that do crime and end up locked up, they correlate. To try to do one without the other, it doesn't work. We teach to keep people from getting locked up. We teach to keep homes from getting invaded. We teach to stop carjacking. It's either the classroom or a prison cell. So our classroom is the only hope to save lives and to keep people from crime. The classroom can do it. Now, me and you both know the home is where all this starts. But in the 21st century, the home is broke down. Last line of defense is the teacher. Man, I'm so fired up. Are you serious? The last line of defense is the teacher. We teach to keep people out of prison. You check those prison numbers. You start checking these districts where enrollment's going down. I guarantee kids are percentages are locked up. And they're going to school over there in the jail. And guess what? They're paying them 18 times more than they paying you. They'll give you $8,000 for a kid. They'll give them 110. So we teach to keep people out of prison. We teach people how to read to keep them from being illiterate. We teach them. We teach to keep people from carjacking. We teach to stop home invasion. We teach to stop crime. Because without a teacher, it can't happen. Without a teacher, a classroom that's on fire, that's giving a knucklehead kid that's on the wrong road, on that track, without that, we have nothing. And so that's why we need you. That's why you're the most important person to the world economy. That's why you are the most valuable. Teachers. That's why we teach. To save lives, to give them a chance, to give them a second chance, to give people, the night school teachers, you are there giving people a second chance at life. You are giving people life. That's why we teach. Number 6, we teach for our families. We teach because of the fabric of our life, our investment in another's life is the seed for a good life for ourselves. This is why, as a teacher, you cannot afford to do a bad job, because you are investing in this world for the good of your family. So when you so good as a teacher, do you know so many good blessings follow you all your life? Do you realize people who teach my young children have a blank check with me all my life? Because they helped my kid. Never forget a friend of mine who's deceased now is coaching basketball probably about 18, 20 years ago. And I was coaching girls basketball. And he invited me to his birthday party on a weekend when the season's over. And I remember him one-on-one-ing with me at his party. And he gave me a long hug. And he said, I just want to thank you because you take care of my daughter. And she listens to you. And he said that, I'm saying things to her, but when you say it, she really gets it. So you're my friend for life. That's why we teach. See, it's what you do, the investment, that is a blessing to you all your life. It's something you can't explain. So this is why doing a good job is like just the most important thing you could ever do. It's because it's your investment. It's the protection for your family. It's good that comes in your family's life. It's what you do for another certainly will come to you 10 times more. You give people life and hope, and it'll come to you 10 times more. And that's why we do it for our families. And last but not least, this one will kind of jog your mind a little bit, but I'm going to challenge you. We teach for money, prosperity. Folks, I don't know who has sold teachers on this myth that teachers are supposed to be poor, that teaching is not a profitable profession, that you don't have any money. Whoever did that's a lie. The first time that I really started seeing teachers with shortage of money was in the last 5 years. It's because a lot of teachers in the good times was mismanaging money. They were overspending on homes and on cars. They were not uh, just economically savvy. But first, let's correct this, that teaching is the good life. Teaching is a great life, okay? Okay, and you do earn your time off, okay? But you need that time off to recover. So one of the things you got to understand is that if you are not profiting as a teacher, if you're not profiting and you're not living an abundant life as a teacher, that means you don't understand what a teacher is and your mind is all wrong. Teaching is about prosperity. And what I've said the standard is that all teachers, all educators deserve a minimum of $100,000 a month. A month. Well, excuse me, a year. A month sounds a little better though, but no, a year. $100,000 a year, at least. Now, folks, that's not a lot of money, but it helps. Okay, let's correct that. It's not a lot of money, but it helps. So what you got to be looking at is, okay, you say, okay, my job's not paying me that, Dr. Jackson. Well, maybe not. But what resources are you using in your life that's creating the excess wealth? You're a teacher. If anybody can find out how to make an extra $50,000 during the course of a school year, it's got to be you. And we're not talking about doing it on your job. We're talking about in how you do business. Where's your online business? Where's your part-time business? What are you doing during your summer? What are you doing in your afternoon, evenings, and weekends? Are you focused on your money? Because teaching is profitable. Listen, I don't know any broke teachers. If you know broke teachers, you living wrong. You don't know enough. You need to come over where we at. Come on over the other side of the video line. Come on over here, because that being broke stuff is no good. And you don't know enough. And you got to get this knowledge so you can get your money right. You cannot teach as an impoverished teacher. We teach because it's profitable. We teach because it's a blessing to be a teacher. Good happens to us. People want to do business with us. We're ethical. We are a teacher. It's extra income via tutoring, online tutoring, private teaching, your baking cakes in the summertime, your private businesses. This is what, just now in this recent years, teachers are short on money. Teachers are short on cash. Teachers can't retire because they don't have money. Miss one paycheck, you're going to get put out your house. Teachers, number one, in losing their homes. This should never be happening. Never. We have mismanaged. We are undereducated. And it's our job to correct that for our teachers. And this is what I'm going to help you do. This is the 7 reasons why we teach. This is the message that I believe every teacher in the world needs to hear, must hear, and will hear this school year.